see what the Lord has done? Can't you see what the Lord has done? What we waited for has come to pass. See what the Lord has done. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh god, I'm just so happy today, and I'm so happy to film this video because oh gosh, not yesterday, 2 days ago, I passed my UK driving license, like full license. Like I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Like if they're calling people that have UK license now, me myself will come outside. It has not been easy. Like it has not been easy. When I started my maternity leave, I set a goal for myself, like things I need to achieve before with this period that I'm at home with my baby, things I need to do, things I need to achieve. And one of them was getting my UK license. It's very important to me because I am a domiciliary care worker and I need to be driving, and my license will expire this month. So I started off by starting the process. I started the process like 4 months ago when I applied for my provincial license. So I'm going to just be telling you my experience, telling you tips and tricks for you to pass your license and get your license in as fast as possible, because you really need it in this UK. Because if you don't get your license, you're going to continue trekking, and trekking is not for the faint hearted. The sun is really sunny, the rain is raining, everything, all the weather in the UK is extra. If it's cold, it's cold. If it's hot, it's hot. So getting your license and start driving is really, really important for your mental health. Yes, unless the bus are reliable. Yes, the bus are reliable. If you want to go on the bus, fine. But so you can't do domiciliary care without a car. Without a car, it's suicide. I did it and I was depressed. So it was not funny. From there, I started cycling. I know if you have been following my journey, you'll see a video where I showed you my tricycle that I used in moving from place to place. So if you need more money, more shift, more calls, you need a car, and getting a license is really, really important. The number one thing you need to do before you started your process to get a driver's license is to get your provisional driver's license. It's cost £32 and it's done online. So you're not going to use the new portal, you're going to use the old portal if you are coming from Nigeria. There are some countries that are exempted from the process of getting your provisional license. You can just exchange your license in this country for a UK license. Countries include I think the only African countries are South Africa and Zimbabwe that can exchange. But if you're from other African countries like Nigeria that I am from, you are going to go through the process of getting your UK license. You're going to do the test, you're going to do the exam, the practical exam as well. So first of all, you get your provisional license. So getting your provisional license is done online. It costs £34, and you are going to use the old portal because if you have not stayed in the UK for like 3 years, you're not going to use the new portal, so you're going to use the old portal. So if you go to the government's website, we see the process of getting your provisional license. Just log in, put your information, put your address that you've lived in the last 3 years. But I've not lived in the UK for the last 3 years, so I put my address and I put Nigeria address as well. So it went through for me. You put your NI, you put your I think other vital information like security questions, your mother's middle name, and I think what else, your passport number as well. You're going to put your passport number, and they're going to send you a form. I think it takes like 3 to 4 working days. They're going to send you a form back, which you will put your a passport photograph, and you sign it, your signature, so that they can put that on your provisional license, and you're going to put your BRP. That's what I used for my application. So after you send it back to them, it takes like a week or two. They will send your provisional license. So when you get your provisional license, that is when you can be able to do your driving practice. That's for people that have not driven before, or you are just a learner, you've not had any experience driving and you want to start driving. For you to be able to get a driving instructor, you must have a provisional license. So by the time you get your license, you can be able to register with a provisional with an accredited driving instructor. A driving instructor is not cheap in the UK. If you know you want to learn how to drive, please learn from your home country before coming. Just do the basics. So that's why the time you come here, they're going to teach you how to drive in the UK way. So getting a driving instructor costs like from £20 and above per hour. For the one I use, it cost me £30 per hour for every lesson that you're going to carry out. So after you get your provisional license, you're going to register for the theory and the the theory test. The theory test has two parts. The multiple choice question, which consists of 50 multiple choice questions. They're going to be testing you on different topics, starting from safety, hazard, use of car, use of lane, a lot of this. The best app to use, I'm going to suggest the best app to use. The one I used that I was able to pass in the first sitting was the official DVSA app. I'm going to like put like a the name, that's just again, or maybe picture in this video just to see the logo of the app to download. You pay for like a one-off subscription, which costs you like approximately $4.99 to subscribe for the app. It's just like a one-off payment. They'll give you some topic to study. After studying, you'll do some practice tests to test your knowledge of what you've read. So I was able to go through all the study and I did my practice test before you can attempt the mock. If you go straight to the mock, I think you're going to feel more because you've not gone through the study. So it's going to take time, it's going to take a lot from you. But if it's what you want, if you really want to get the license, just read it and do the mock test. After the mock test, you'll be able to test your knowledge. So for the mock test, it's 50 questions from different sectors that you have to study. So if you finish all the sectors, I think you'll be able to handle the mock test. From the mock test, you're going to be asked 50 multiple choice. For the theory part of it, you're supposed to have 43 over 50. That is like the pass mark. While for the hazard perception, you're supposed to have 44 over 70. For my own, I think I got 48 in the theory, the MCQ part, and the hazard, I got 50 over 70. So you must pass the two. So if you fail one and fail the other one, if you pass one and failed one, you're going to write it again, and it will cost you £23 for the theory test. So if you don't, if you just make sure that you go through the app. That's the one I use, the DVSA, the official DVSA. DVSA is like a drivers and vehicle standard agency that the agency is involved with. Like, is the one that is doing all this driving things. So just go and use the official DVSA app, and I wish you success with that. So after passing your theory test, what thing they didn't tell me was that the practical was the ogbonge, the oga katakata of them, or the stumbling block. Because from your past certificate, they'll tell you that you must pass your practical test. It's within 2 years of getting your theory test, meaning that if you after 2 years, if you don't pass your practical test, you're going to do the theory and the hazard perception. Then you're going to do the theory test again. So immediately I got it, I went to book for my practical test. I didn't know anything. I didn't have any experience about the practical test. I just thought maybe just enter your car, drive. I've been driving in the UK for like 8 months now. So I've been driving now. Oh, not big driving. I've been driving. I can drive. I've been driving. I've been driving in Nigeria. I've still been driving here. So I thought it was just driving. Luckily, I didn't know. So I booked a test, and I didn't get a test. Like, to get a test is like a big deal, because most times you won't get a date for like 4 or 5 months. So I was lucky. After refreshing and just be stalking the website, I was able to get a test for like the next day. So I was like, okay, the next day, let me just go. And with your operational license, you're not allowed to drive unaccompanied. So I went to my colleague, I went to do the test, and I did the test. That was when I got my first heartbreak. So the examiner was like, sorry, unfortunately, it didn't pass at this moment. Go with my mind. I thought I've already passed. Like, I drove now. I thought I already passed. I didn't know that I didn't drive the UK way. By the time I failed, I went back home and I went on YouTube. That's when I started saying that this driving, it's a big ball game. Like, it's an investment. It's not something that you just go and just drive and pass. No, there's where you are supposed to do a certain thing at a certain time. So that's where the driving instructors come about. So you have to get a driving instructor, even if it's just for me. I only did 4 times. I did the first one. I just told the driving instructor to assess my driving and to tell me what I did wrong and where I need to work on. So after driving, he told me where I need to work on my observation skills and the way you signal and everything. So when you get your instructor, he will assess your driving and he will tell you where to work on, because you have been driving before, you're familiar with the roads. So it's not really like a big session. I only did 4 sessions. That money was big though. I already did 4 sessions. I did 2 sessions. Then I did a mock test for me. I made a mistake in the mock test, so I told him to do the same mock test again. So that was like 4 sessions. So the next day I went to do my driving test, and the same examiner that took me the first time, that was the same examiner I met again. Immediately I saw the examiner, I started smiling because I knew I passed, because the examiner was really calm with me the first time. I was smiling all throughout. So by the time I saw him again, I was happy because I knew this time around I'm going to pass. So I just did the routes that it took me to when I was doing my mock exam was the same routes I drove for the real exam. I was just like, just drive well. And when we came back to the test center, there were a lot of bits and like a lot of things that he told me not to, like I didn't, the things I did the first time, emergency stop, parallel parking, I didn't do it this time around, whether because I reversed when I was leaving the test center, so he saw that I was good with that, but the observation, everything. So immediately he told me, you passed with just 2 minor faults, and you're allowed to only have 15 minor faults. So I had only 2 minor faults. The first one I had like 9, I be 10 minor faults and 4 serious faults. You're not allowed to have any serious faults in your driving. So if you have a serious fault, meaning that you didn't meet the standards, so you have to go back and try again. And for the practical test, it's going to cost you £62. So if you fail, you pay another £62 again to get another test done. And to get a test is really difficult, and you have to like keep refreshing. Maybe you get a test that is farther away, then you can actually change it. You can change like 6 times. You can change it like 6 times if you make up your mind that you're not ready yet. So just get a test book, and I wish you luck with that. I was happy. I even walked the supervisor. I said supervisor, the examiner. I came out of my car, started dancing because I knew it cost a lot. Because after my instructor has told me what to do, I usually take my car out in the morning, just drive around, make sure I'm familiar with what he told me to do and everything. So I am a UK driver's license holder. Like, she's still feeling unreal to me because this thing took me a lot. It took a lot of stress from me because I was mentally exhausted. Like, I was reading all the YouTube video, and also YouTube helped a lot. Go to YouTube, advanced driving school on YouTube. I watch all their videos, look at their mock tests, look at everything, and world driving on YouTube. DNG driving on YouTube. Those 3 are really good. So I wish you luck if you know you're doing this. On to my next video. Please, if you're yet to subscribe, please. I'm so happy for my expression. I'm so happy. Please share my happiness by subscribing. Click on this subscription button, turn on post notification, give this video a thumbs up, please. It really helps me a lot. Thank you. Until I make it real and all I see is